2-0 up in halftime, and then drop of focus, and can be that the guys are tired, but it's never an excuse. They have to perform, and this is what we didn't do in the second half. The drop of focus is unacceptable, but to the season I'm happy with it, because now I can tell them that cannot happen. You have to get out of the dressing room, and you have to get back to your game plan. You have to get back in your focus, and you have to get back to your performance, and that is what we didn't do.
Ten Hag clearly not happy about the lack of focus in the second half, Jan. We talk about these pre-season friendlies not really mattering that much. Does that second half performance warrant that reaction?
I think it does. I mean, as a player, I hated friendlies. As a fan, I looked for them to prepare for a new season. And I've also been preparing on Ten Hag today. I've been reading a lot about his philosophy, how he thinks. And that interview is basically how he is. I mean, he will demand a lot for these players. The more I read about him, the more I understand him, the more I talk to people who've worked with him, I understand that Manchester United now have got themselves the right manager, because he won't take any prisoners. And the Manchester United players, we've seen that through the pre-season, that you see a better shape, you see a better identity in that team, and all this soap opera thing going around at the club, he will try to get that away. But we all know that is all about winning football games. So if you start off badly and so on and so on. But in Ten Hag and the reaction he had today, you can't accept that, because the second half today, that was a bit like Manchester United. We've seen them been up, then going down, and De Gea didn't look well for the second goal, and so on and so on. But as long as you find your shape, as long as you sort this Cristiano Ronaldo thing, I think that Manchester United fans can be a bit optimistic going into this new season. And the transfer window, another month to go, 5 weeks to go, can still get him some players in. So I think that Manchester United will find a way.
I mean, honestly, the early signs for this guy he's just business.
Okay.
It's just business. I mean, he's got a reputation. He wants to uphold that reputation. He's seen Mourinho and Van Gaal, two coaches that have done way more than him but are way older. He's seen them go in and be good and bad, but generally not get to where they want. And if he's saying that to the press after a game, after a friendly, what's he saying in the dressing room?
Right.
It's more.
Absolutely.
It's more powerful. And I think what he's doing here is he's making it absolutely known to some of these underachievers, and there are players there that think they've made it by getting them moved to Man United and getting their money and playing at 90%. And he's saying, no, not under my watch.
Right.
You know, I am the manager here. I've got the backing of this football club. If you're not playing and you're not doing it, and he kept mentioning focus, then you're out. And I'll get somebody else. And I think they've really needed this. Although they need recruitment, they need somebody that's going to go in there and just be strong and not be mollycoddling these players with the arm around them and training's too hard and, he's doing this and he's making us watch a video. If you don't want to do it, go. And I think he's laying that on the line early. So I think the United players, Dan, at this moment in time, will absolutely know where they stand with this manager. And that's a good thing.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.